guys, welcome back to Grace's room. Have you guys ever been in a rush to go somewhere and you need to do your hair still, but you don't want to do a basic hairstyle, but you want something that looks really cute, but it needs to be really easy to do? Well, I have the solution for you. Today I'm going to be showing you 5 easy hairstyles that you can do on yourself that won't take a really long time and they still look really nice, but they're very simple. So all of these hairstyles today are going to be heatless, so like I said, they're going to be really easy to do. So let's get started. Okay, so this first hairstyle is basically just getting 2 pieces of hair and plaiting them back. So you tie them together and it basically looks like a half up, half down hairstyle. So the first thing that you're going to do is part your hair into a middle part. Mine is already, but I'm just going to quickly brush it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just on this side, I'm going to grab a section of my hair, just like where the part stops. So like that. I don't want to make it like too big, but just something like that. It's fine. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just start braiding it all the way down. When I say braid, I don't mean like do like a Dutch braid where you grab all the pieces of hair from the side. Just plait it down until you get to the bottom of your hair. Okay, so I think this is about as far as I'm going to go, just leaving a little bit at the bottom still. So I'm just going to grab a small elastic. I've just got a little black one and I'm just going to tie it off at the end. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing, also just a quick side note, when I was braiding my hair, I made sure that I was kind of going back a little bit so it'll be easier when we wrap it around at the back, because you don't really want it to look really puffy up here. So now what you're going to do is just sort of pull the end of the plait so it comes out and kind of gives it a little bit more of like a messier look, but it still looks neat. This part is optional. If you don't want to do this and just want like just more of a smaller braid, then that's fine, but I prefer to do it because it looks really nice. Okay, so I think that's enough pulling out for now. You guys can pull it out even further if you want to, but I like that. So now what I'm going to do is basically just repeat what I did here, but on this side. So again, just grabbing a section of my hair, and just making sure that it matches to the other side as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just like the other side, just braid it until I get to the end. Okay, so I finished plaiting this side as well, and now I'm just going to grab an elastic like before and just tie it off at the end. It doesn't really matter if, for example, this side, like I've done here, is a little bit longer than this side, because at the end, once we tie it at the back, we're just going to take out these elastics. So it doesn't really matter what length you make them, just as long as they're kind of even. Now, like the other side, I'm just going to pull out the sides of the braid. Okay, so I think that's enough. Now what I'm going to be doing is basically just getting the 2 pieces of hair. So I'm stuck in the rest of my hair, and I'm just going to pull it to the back like this, and I'm just going to I'm going to get a little elastic and just tie them at the back together. It's really hard to try and not get any of like your other hair into the hair tie as well, so just be careful of that. Now I'm just going to be pulling out the hair ties from the 2 braids. So if you want, you can keep on pulling it out just a little bit more. But yeah, this is pretty much the completed hairstyle. If you have like little baby hairs, like here, it would be really good if you could like pull them out as well. That might look really nice, but I don't, so this is the finished look. I think it looks really nice actually. It's very cute. You can wear this out or pretty much anywhere. It's like really nice. So that was the first hairstyle completed. Let's get on to the second one. So this next hairstyle, oh, by the way, don't mind my hair, it's a little bit crimped from the last hairstyle, but this next hairstyle is basically a high ponytail. I'm going to be saying basically a lot in this video. It's just like a word that comes to my mind a lot, so also don't mind that. But it's a high ponytail with a braid that goes through the middle. So this one is probably like one I do for school a lot in the morning. It's really easy to do besides tying up a high ponytail. I know doing a high ponytail without getting all the bumps is so hard to do, but we'll work our way around it. So firstly, what I'm going to be doing is just brushing my hair back. We don't need any part for this. Alright, so now what I'm going to be doing is just grabbing a section of my hair at the front. I kind of want to make it a little bit like bigger so you'll be able to notice it. So I'm going to use a bit more hair than what I've grabbed. Just like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is just braiding it at the back. Okay, so for this braid, I'm not going to be going all the way back. I'm just going to be going about halfway because since we're doing a high ponytail, we don't need it to be that long. So I'm just going to tie it up. Okay, and a bit like the last one, I'm just going to be pulling out the sides. Pretty much with all of the braids I'm going to be doing in this video, I'm just going to pull them out because I feel like it gives them a really good like look, kind of makes them look just really, I don't know what the word is, but like volumized. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is tying it up into a high ponytail. So don't mind me, I'm probably going to have to like look like that when I try to get this perfect, but oops, I almost messed up this plait. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to be trying to fiddle with my hair a little bit so I can get it into a perfect high ponytail. Got my elastic here. This hairstyle's sort of supposed to be looking like a little bit messy, but like neat at the same time. So like I don't really care if it's got like a lot of flyaways in the braid bit, but yeah, that's supposed to be completely neat. Okay, so I think I finished getting this one perfect. There's a few little bumps on that side, but we won't look at those. You can obviously take out the hair tie at the back here, but I don't think it's really affecting the hairstyle too much, so I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah, so this is pretty much the finished hairstyle. I like to take out just a few little baby hairs on the sides as well because I think it looks good with it. Yeah, so I mean, if you know how to braid like a French braid, then you can obviously do that at the front. I think it gives like a lot of like a better looks because you can kind of notice it a bit more, because it's probably a little bit hard to tell that I have the plait in my hair because it kind of blends in because I have really dark hair. So if you know how to braid, then I recommend you do that, but I want to show you a nice simple way, and I mean it still looks good. So yeah, that's this finished hairstyle. Alright, on to the next one. So this hairstyle is probably the simplest among all the hairstyles that I'm going to be showing you today. So all it is basically just a low ponytail with 2 twists. So let me explain, because it probably sounds a little bit confusing, but what you're going to do is just tie your hair into a low ponytail I also parted my hair in the middle because that's how I like having my low ponytails. So just like that. And now what I'm going to be doing is just basically getting my finger and sort of separating the hair in the middle like this, and then getting the ponytail and looping it inside of the hole that I made. And then I'm just going to tighten it a little bit, and this is pretty much the finished hairstyle. You can pull out some hairs as well if you want to. And this one's probably one of my favorites because it's just, like I said, really easy to, and it looks really nice at the same time. If you want to go a step further, you can always grab a piece of hair and wrap it around the hair tie to hide the hair tie, and then you can pin it, but I'm just going to leave it like this for now. So like I said, this one's really simple, it's really quick and easy to do, and I love it. Alright, so let's go on to hairstyle number 4. These next two hairstyles are both messy bun hairstyles, but they both look different, and this first one is just a plain and simple messy bun. So the first thing that you're going to do is obviously have your hair parted. You can have your hair parted for this one however you like it. If you want a side part, if you don't even want any part, that's fine. But what I'm going to do now is just tie up my hair into just like a medium sort of ponytail. I don't really want it to be too high, but I don't really want it to be too low either. So something like this is fine. And like since it is a messy bun, like the ponytail doesn't have to be like fully perfect. Like something like this is just fine with a few bumps on the side. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing is just braiding my hair until I get to the bottom. Separating it into 3 sections. And if your braid isn't like that neat, like if you have layers in your hair and lots of hair starts sticking out, don't stress about that, because you can either pin them down or just leave them, since it is supposed to be a messy bun, so it's not the end of the world. Like since I got my hair cut, I have so many pieces of hair sticking out, like as you can probably see. So yeah, now I'm going to be tying it up at the bottom. I have really thick hair, so this hairstyle is sometimes a bit difficult, and that's why I use bobby pins instead of hair ties, because the hair tie just makes it fall. But now what I'm going to be doing is just twisting it into like a bun, and just pinning it back. Okay, so I'm not really going to pull out the bun because I don't really want to mess with the bobby pins too much. I mean, if you have thin hair, this hairstyle is probably much easier to do, but since my hair is pretty thick, it's a bit harder. So this is my way of doing messy buns. I know some people can just tie up their hair and it looks like a really good messy bun, but this is the way I like doing it. It kind of looks a little bit like a ballerina bun, but just a bit messier. And then obviously I like to pull out some hairs, and I think it looks really good, and it's just really easy to do, and it's good if you just want to go shopping or something. So yeah, this is the finished hairstyle, and now on to the very last hairstyle. So this last hairstyle is another messy bun, except it has a braid going into it, and it's a low messy bun. So firstly what I need to do is part my hair just into a side part. This is the way I like to have it for when I do messy buns in like to the that go to like the side and a low. I haven't done like a side part in so long, like probably not since like in year 2. This is literally how I used to wear my hair. I used to wear my hair every day to school. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is just grabbing a section. I want it to be quite thick because I want this braid to be a lot more noticeable. So probably like maybe this much amount of hair. And now what I'm going to be doing is just braiding it all the way down. You can do like an upside down braid with this one. I think I might actually do that for this one, or you can just do like a normal sort of French braid. So what I mean by like an upside down braid is where you basically just, instead of going over when you do the plait, you go under instead, so it sort of pops out a bit more. Okay, so I've come to the end of my braid and I'm just going to tie it up with a small elastic. By all means, if you know how to like braid, like do a Dutch braid or like the French braids, then I recommend you should do it for this hairstyle because I think it would look really good. But like I said, I just want to show you a nice and basic one, so I'm just going to do a normal plait. But if you know how to, then go ahead, go do it. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out the braid like I usually do. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is just tying my hair up into a low side ponytail. And what I'm going to quickly do is basically just like take out the elastic from the braid that I just did, so it's not visible when we tie it into the messy bun. Oh, that's a little bit messy. I hate trying to take out small elastics. They all get tangled in your hair and everything, and it's so annoying that I end up getting so frustrated that I just need to cut the elastic off. But cut the elastic or break it in the end. I can't speak. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is pretty much just like the last one. I'm just going to braid my hair. Okay, and like the last one, I'm just going to wrap it into a low messy bun and pin it so it stays in place. Okay, so that is the finished hairstyle. I'm just going to pull out a few pieces at the front like I usually do with a lot of the hairstyles. This one actually looks so cute. Turned out a lot cuter than what I thought it was going to turn out actually. I think this one looks really good and it's just nice and simple and easy to do. And I like the messy bun look with like the braid. I think it looks really cool. Okay, so that was the last hairstyle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helps you guys if you're ever in a rush and you need a quick and cute and easy hairstyle to do. Comment down below what your oh wait, I think the comments are still off, I just remembered. So don't forget to check out my Instagram at Grace's World Official and leave a comment there saying what your favorite hairstyle is and which one you might try out next. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, like I said, and I will see you guys next time on Grace's Room. Bye for now.